Hey guys, I'm Rocco and welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you guys are not already subscribed to my channel and you do enjoy the content, you are one of my viewers that isn't subscribed, please consider doing so. It's absolutely free and it really helps me out, boosts me up the algorithm and helps me grow my channel as well. Now, I'm not sure, obviously, this is going to help all of you. This is potentially for, say, beginners or new FIFA players, new Ultimate Team players, or if you just got not many coins. Say, for example, you're a massive casual, you know, you've got full-time work, you've got a family, you can't afford to play as much. So I'm going through the most meta overpowered players in each position under 10k today. I've kind of got this set up as a mini series. So today we're going to do under 10k and then we're going to do under 20k and we're going to go so on and so forth all the way up to say 100, 200,000 coins. We'll see. If you guys sort of like do enjoy it, make sure you let me know down in the comments and make sure you let me know if you want more videos like this. You know, if this isn't really the sort of content you want, also let me know down below. Because, you know, I want to know whether to upload these sort of videos. But I did think it was a good idea. A lot of people ask me, you know, I've got, you know, 10k for a right back, or I need a, you know, overpowered right mid that's cheap. Who have you got? So I thought I'd run through that with you guys today. So we're going to start straight away then with the goalkeeper. Now, in my opinion, obviously these cards are going to be from different leagues. This team's not going to have a lot of chemistry. These are just the most overpowered players in positions. So obviously you can get links elsewhere, but I'm going to go through the players in each position. We're going to start with the goalkeeper then, as always with the team. So the most overpowered goalkeeper, in my opinion, on this game is Nick Pope. Now, I'm sure a lot of you will agree with me. You will see Nick Pope in a lot of FUT Champs teams just for the links to like Joe Gomez, VVD, and players like that. Now, he's very cheap, coming in at the market under 3,000 coins, probably about 2,000, 2,200, depending on fluctuations. But Pope is an absolutely fantastic keeper to have in your team. I'm not sort of going to go through the cards in full detail, but his stats don't really show how good he is in game. Now, another sort of cheap alternative potentially is like Areola from Fulham. He also gets the links to Varane and, say, Gomez, for example, or VVD, so you can get the soft link to Varane there as well. So, yeah, probably him. Neto's also seems to be a good choice in goal and does a good job as well. So, moving swiftly on to the right back position. Now, for me, this is without question. Obviously, all of these are my personal opinion, but for me, this is without a doubt Nelson Semedo. I still think he's the best right back on the game now. Even bar icons. Like, he's absolutely fantastic. You'll still see him in hundreds of FUT Champs teams. He's still in my main team, and he's absolutely fantastic. Another alternative under 10k is sort of João Cancelo, who's really good as well. But I would be definitely going with Semedo. He's on the market for about 7,000 coins, maybe a little bit less. And he's absolutely fantastic. So if you are looking for a cheap right back, he's got good links as well because he is Portuguese. And they've dropped quite a lot of Portuguese players who are special cards. Now, moving on to the centre-back. The first centre-back I'm going for, I'm sticking to the Prem at the minute. And that is going to be Nathan Ake. This card, I didn't genuinely know how good he was until I kind of came up against him multiple times. There are people still using Nathan Ake in their team and they've got mid R9 at striker. This guy's an absolute tank. His stats are a lie. He feels so much faster in game. He's sitting there on 75 acceleration and 74 sprint speed, but with a shadow, he literally feels like he's faster than Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, his agility and balance isn't very good, but Varane's agility and balance isn't very good. And Varane is absolutely broken. So my first choice at centre-back is Nathan Ake. Another alternative, Davinson Sanchez. I really enjoyed using him. He was absolutely insane on FIFA 20. And he's really good on this game as well. So the other choice instead of Nathan Ake would be Davinson Sanchez. He's on the Ake's on the market for about 3.8k. So yeah, really, really cheap and OP as well. The other centre-back I'm going for is Klose. At the start of the game, you saw this guy in a million FUT Champs teams. He's still there. He's still overpowered. And he's unbelievable. He's sitting at the market at 1.8k. It's an absolute steal. If you do not have coins, forget his medium work rates. He is insane on the field. Now, he's got 88 sprint speed as well. So he's keeping up with most attackers. Agility and balance isn't there. But it makes no difference. This guy's an absolute machine. And is a definite add-on to your team, especially if you are running a very low budget side. Another alternative at centre back would be like Alaba. I'm kind of trying to, when I do my alternative, stick into the same league generally. Klose is my choice above Alaba, 100%. He's absolutely overpowered as hell, and he will do a job for you against your Mbappes, against your Neymars, and still kind of hold his own. Moving on to left back then, this guy has probably dropped the most out of anyone I've ever seen on any FIFA, and that is Alphonso Davies. At the start of the game, he's worth a fortune. Now he's sitting on the market for 3.5 thousand coins. Stupidly fast, 96 pace. He's just fantastic. Like, you don't need a different player to Alphonso Davies at left back for 3,500 coins. Obviously, everyone's running Mendy. Mendy is arguably one of the best left backs on the game, but he's a bit more expensive. If you're looking for an alternative, if you're running a really cheap team, the Bundesliga, you can make a really cheap team really good this year. And for 3,500 coins, 1.8k for Klose, they really link up well, and it's easy to perform with this Alphonso Davies. He's really fast, keeps up with players. He's got high medium work rates, which I don't like, but he defends really well. He's really powerful, 4-star, 4-star. Perfect left back, in my opinion. Obviously, all of these are in my own opinion, guys. So don't give me hate if you don't agree. But let me know down in the comments if you disagree with any of them and your alternatives to them. The other left back I'd say who's really overpowered is probably Alex Telles. I'm not sure if he's over 10k with like the market fluctuations at the minute. He's also really good though. I really enjoy using Telles, and he's got good links out wide to players like Neymar. Moving on then. Now, obviously, I've got this in the 4-4-2, but this team is set up for multiple formations, and I'll kind of explain that as I go. Now, if I move on to the left, the player I'm going with, and this is only due to the fact that this is his base card's position, is Ousmane Dembele. Ousmane Dembele you will still see in teams. If you look at any 100k squad builder, Dembele is in that team. He is unbelievable. 5-star, 5-star. Okay, his stamina's not great at 68. You do need a super sub generally, but he's absolutely fantastic. High medium work rates, 5'10", 5'5", perfect pace. Shooting's not great. He needs a boost on that, so whack a Deadeye or a sniper on him. He's got really good agility and balance and things like that. Fantastic player out on the left. Another alternative, Alan Saint-Maximin, 100%. He's 5-star, 4-star, 4-star, 5-star, 5-star skill moves, and a 4-star weak foot. And a really good alternative if you are looking for a different left-hand-sided player. In the centre of the park, I have gone for Zakaria from Mönchengladbach to sort of play that CDM role. He's sitting on the market for about 5,500, but again, I think this is due to fluctuations. Really good links to the Bundesliga to keep up that cheap side, and he is very underrated on this game and really does a good job in that centre mid role. The other player I'll be using here is Valverde from Real Madrid. Now, Valverde's inform was still on the market for a ridiculous price a few weeks ago. He's so overpowered. He's got really good pace. He's a really well-rounded card. Other than the fact that his balance is not very good and his agility is not great either. This card generally is really well-rounded. He's got really good stam, good strength, good aggression, acceleration, sprint speed are brilliant. His shooting is okay. His finishing is not great, but you don't really want him in front of goal. He's got really good defending stats, and his dribbling stats are good as well. Obviously, for a base card, these are really cheap cards. He's coming in at about 5,500 coins. So they would be my two players for that kind of central role. I'll talk about formations afterwards, but they would be my two players. Probably better both in CDM if you're playing either a 4-2-2 or if you are playing a 4-2-3-1. On the right-hand side, we are going back to the Premier League, and we are going with Lucas Moura. Up until recently, Lucas Moura was in, again, a lot of teams. I still play against him in Weekend League quite regularly because the right-hand side is lacking of quality, let's say. Other than icons like George Best and Garrincha, there's not that many top quality right-hand sided players. Obviously, you've got Robin now, who links up to that Klose card, who a lot of people have and are overusing. But generally, Lucas Moura is probably the best one on the cheap side. Now, he's coming in at about 7,500 coins, 7.3k. Super fast, 4-star, 4-star, does everything. He's super meta because he's 5'9". He's got fairly good shooting. You whack a sniper on him or a Deadeye, he'll do a job. His agility and balance is so good. He's so good at sort of wangling in and out of players. Lucas Moura is a great choice on the right-hand side. I forgot to mention about like two different choices in centre mid. I would be going with Marcos Llorente, potentially instead of Valverde. He's extremely overpowered, and that's just his base card, which is great. In terms of the other CDM, obviously I'm going away from the league. I'm going back to the Prem here. I'd maybe say Alan or Sissoko. They're both really quite good, cheap. They're better on stay back while attacking, but they'll do a really good job for you in that CDM role. So definitely say Lucas Moura on the right. He would be my choice with Zakaria and Valverde in the centre. Now, this is where the formation kind of kicks out because I wouldn't be playing two strikers. I don't think, I wouldn't be using this guy as a striker. I'd probably say this formation is probably the best for what I'm trying to do here. Now, the cam, who I kind of would play in this position, would be Quincy Promes. I do not think I could have a video talking about overpowered players without including Quincy Promes. The guy's absolutely insane. Now, he's 5-star, 4-star again, 5'9", high medium work rate, super OP, and he has excellent pace, excellent dribbling. His balance and agility, his balance is a little bit low, let's say. Shooting's not bad. You've got to remember, this is a base card, 82 rated. He will do an absolutely fantastic job for you. Now, what I would be doing with this team that I'm running, I would be running the 4-2-3-1. So I will explain where the players go in a second. Now, the striker who I would be using under 10k is Ben Yedder. Obviously, everyone knows Ben Yedder from FIFA 20 and his Player of the Month card that destroyed lives. Now, he's still good on this game. He's not as overpowered as he was on FIFA 20. Absolutely not. But his gold card's coming in at about 8.8 thousand coins. And he's absolutely brilliant. Obviously, he's 4-star, 5-star. He's got the weak foot. He's got the 4-star skill moves. The only thing that lets this card down, again, is his stamina. Now, you're going to obviously have the same thing with Dembele, with the stamina. So you need subs for both of these cards. But in terms of OPness and in terms of meta cards under the price, Ben Yedder is your guy at striker for absolute sure. Now, what I would be doing in-game would be swapping Promes and Dembele. Dembele is actually probably better at striker. Now, I'd be using him as a left forward. You could play him off chemistry as a left forward if you're looking for a cheap alternative. I was just showing you the players in the correct positions. But Promes on the left, if I had this exact team, is 53 chemistry, but if I played this exact team, I'd be using the 4-2-3-1. I'd be using Promes wide left, Lucas Moura wide right, Dembele cam, and then Ben Yedder at striker. So they are the players in each position that I would say are the most OP and meta for under 10,000 coins. Aside from Ben Yedder, you've got Richarlison, who's really cheap, Rodrigo, who's really cheap, who obviously can take over for Promes as well. So if you are looking for that Prem side of things, I'll be going with Rodrigo and Richarlison. You've also got Alex Teixeira, who is extremely overpowered, and Talisca as well, if you're playing the 4-2-3-1 to play cam and striker as well. Now, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. These are, in my opinion, the most OP meta cards for under 10,000 coins. I hope this has helped. Let me know down in the comments if you're using any of these cards or if you've got any different opinions. I'd love to hear them as well. Now, I will be uploading the most meta cards under 20k, potentially tomorrow or the next day. So if you guys do want to see that, make sure you let me know down in the comments as well. That is going to be the end of the video, guys. And as always, thanks for watching.